yes, all of my yes for this one. I might as well come out and say that this is one of my favorite DS games ever, right up there with 999 and The World Ends With You. I won't waste any time with a rating and just tell you I recommend this one. This gives me more time to gush about it properly. Let's get started. Retro Game Challenge, developed by Indie Zero and published by Exceed Games in the US in 2009, is an affectionate love letter to gaming in the 80s, based on the popular Japanese show GameCenter CX. The plot here is bare bone, but very much played for laughs. Game Master Arino has turned you, yes, you, into a kid again, and unless you complete his challenges, you're stuck like that forever. While you're contemplating the downsides to this, he also shoots you back into the 80s to his childhood home to interact with his younger self. From there, you start with one game and unlock up to 7 more. Cosmic Gate, Robot Ninja Haggleman 1, 2, and 3, Rally King and its special edition version, Star Prince, and Guadia Quest. As you progress in challenges, more games unlock and you'll get additional stuff like game magazines that have tips and cheats, or even a turbo controller so you're not mashing the fire key all the time for games like Star Prince. And holy hell are these games a blast to play. They all look, sound, and control like old NES-styled games of the time, taking inspiration from titles like Galaga, Dragon Quest, RC Pro-Am, and Star Force. And while the color palettes and functionality of the games would be questionable for the platform, they still feel undeniably retro. Complementing that is, well, everything else about the game. You'll get new magazines every so often called Game Fan that delve into unlocking hidden characters, bonuses to max out your score, and cheat codes aplenty. These bite-sized versions of Nintendo Power crack me up to look at, as alongside the tips you'll have silly Q&As and developer interviews, and oh my god, why do they keep delaying Guadia Quest? And the references. Good lord, if video game references are your thing, this is the TV tropes of it. Naming them all would take forever, so I'm showing a few of them on the screen right now. Some other subtle ones are great too, like how Robot Ninja Haggleman 3 plays nothing like its counterparts, emulating the changes between games like Zelda 1 and 2, or how the revive code for most games is pressing start and left when you see the game over screen. It helps that the game itself is based off the real-life show GameCenter CX, starring Shinya Arino himself. If you've never seen it before, I'd highly recommend giving some of the episodes a watch, with some of my personal recommendations being the first episode with Takeshi's Challenge, episode 53 with Clock Tower, and the Nintendo Direct Balloon Fight episode which features Satoru Iwata as a special guest. There's also the Retro Game Master DVD you can pick up here in the US, which is both subbed and dubbed. So yeah, while playing every game is a blast, the one thing that isn't with extended play is young Arino himself, voiced by Yuri Lowenthal. Now, I love Lowenthal, even if I feel like he's in everything. Arino will chime in whenever you accomplish certain things in whatever you're playing, and it's pretty cool at first to hear him react to whatever's happening on screen. But then you move on to play something like Rally King, and he won't shut up.
You missed, dude! Not again!
It's even referenced in an episode where Arino plays the game himself.
ミスをすると有野さんのツッコミが入って娘が有野うざいんだけどというので一度も車をぶつけずにうざいツッコミなしで一面をクリアしてください須田さんまず有野さんだろって娘に言った方がいいと思う
Thankfully, if you just want to play the games without your little brother begging for a turn, completing all the challenges for a select game lets you play it in free play. Free play also ranks you depending on certain factors like how much you push the A button or how many game overs you've seen. There have also been 2 sequels released as well, another on the original DS and the latest on the 3DS. Alongside new games, the sequel packed more content like being able to purchase stuff you've earned and play remixed versions of the original games. It's superior to the first game in every way, so naturally we didn't get it in the US. However, a translation team headed by Aaron TC completely translated it, so now it's fully playable in English and well worth taking your time to give it a go. As for the 3DS game, don't bother. While it also didn't come out in the US, it's uninspired to say the least. Just from the footage I've seen, the games are pretty dull, and most all the features that made the first 2 a blast to play have been stripped out entirely. It's pretty ugly looking too, and you can tell that Indie Zero wasn't involved with it in the slightest. But man, oh man, do I highly recommend you check out the original and its sequel. Seriously, go out and grab a copy of them if you ever get the chance. I found myself playing more of these than I meant to while recording footage just because of how much fun I was having, if that tells you anything. If retro is what you're looking for, this game fulfills it just as well as the title implies, and I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Thanks for checking out the video, and, as always, take care.